Many people were able to go out and vote yesterday. A group of students at K-State say they weren't.
KSNT News reporter Raina Garcia is live now at the K-State campus. She tells us why the students are not happy with their election office. Raina?
Brooke, Jace, the members of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity here at K-State claim the Riley County election office lost 104 voter registration forms they collected through voter registration drives held right here in the student union. However, the election office says those forms weren't turned in to begin with. Just a day before the election, a student who registered to vote at the fraternity's registration drive mentioned that he hadn't received his voter registration card. That's when Commandre Taylor, who was in charge of the fraternity's voter registration drives, checked with the election office only to find out that the forms were nowhere to be found. He says he turned the forms into the election office 8 days before the registration deadline, and that he even went through the forms with an employee.
We went through the forms, like separated the absentee ballot applications from the regular registration forms. She said, we'll get these submitted for you, and if there's any errors, she'll call those people.
However, County Clerk Rich Vargos says that's not true, and they have no record of the fraternity turning in any forms that day. The fraternity's advisor, Brandon Clark, says it's frustrating that the group's effort to get students involved in the election has turned into something so negative.
A lot of our students are first-time voters, and I didn't want their first time going through the election process to be a negative experience.
Taylor says despite the mix-up, he's just happy they were able to get people engaged in this year's election.
We know that it starts with us. We know our vote counts, and we're trying to get out there and try to make change in the world.
We asked the election office if they could provide us with surveillance video from the day the forms were supposedly turned in, and while they weren't able to show it to us today, they said they would have an answer for us on Monday. Live in Manhattan, Raina Garcia, KSNT News.